Okay, so we're now putting a new picture in the scanner, but we're going to use the software from the desktop rather than those crazy little buttons on the scanner. Don't touch anything. Nope. Don't touch anything.
Don't
nope.
touch anything.
So all we have to do is basically put the picture in the scanner, and then we come over here to the desktop. I'm going to close all these windows so that we can start from the beginning. And what you'll see is over here on the left, it says HP OfficeJet Pro 8710. That is the software that operates the scanner, and it will make it easier. We don't have to push any crazy little buttons. So we double click that icon and you'll see it starts to open up the software. And then on here is your main screen that interacts with the scanner. So what do we want to do? We want to scan. So up here, this first window says print, scan, and fax. And what we want to do is come down, and then this little word says scan. We need to click on it. So we clicked on scan. I'm going to zoom in here. We clicked on the word scan, and now there's a blue line underneath the scan, and it changed these little items below. So which one do you think we pick? We take the scan document, and photo is actually the one we want. So that's going to scan, and now you'll see that the software starts to open and communicate with the scanner. This window also shows you how much ink you have and all kinds of other things. But in this window is your basic HP scan interface, and before it was scanning it as a PDF. We don't want that. We want this second one that's been selected. It says save as JPEG, and a JPEG is a picture format. And over in the right hand side you can see all the different options you have here. So it's a document type, one-sided. Letter is the actual size of the scan over there. These are pretty much standard. I would just leave them alone. Don't really mess with any of them. All you're really going to have to do is click this little button down here that says scan. And when we click that, you'll see that it starts to do the process. And now we're hearing the scanner start up, and you can hear the little motor going. And already, look how fast that was. There's a picture in the upper left-hand corner that's been scanned. So it's a pretty fast process. Now, the only other button you have to really push is this one down here that says save. So we're going to hit save. And this is where you create your unique title. So what do we want to call this?
Joanne's mother.
So we'll go ahead, and what you need to remember is if you use Joanne's mother too many times, so you need to do Joanne's mother 2 or 3 or whatever, something like that. You know, just give Joanne's mother, and I would just put with coworkers, because I think that's what you told me there, right?
Okay.
So just give it some kind of a unique title, because remember, we can find it a lot easier later.
I see.
When we do that. And then, so now we're just going to hit save. But look, up here on the top, it would be saving it to the documents. We want to save it to the picture file. So we click this right here that says pictures. And notice we have our other scans are over there. So we are naming it Joanne's mother's coworkers, but we clicked the blue over here rather than documents, which it was on by default. We need to change the directory to pictures, and then that way we'll go in there, and I'll hit save. Okay, and guess what? It's there. So we look, and there is the picture. But we have a question. How come there's so much white in the background? Well, we need to edit the picture or crop it. That means to make a nice rectangle around that picture. So we double click the picture, and it opens up this wonderful Microsoft editing program. And the button you're going to use the most is the one right here, and I'm going to zoom into it. It is called Edit, and it looks like a little picture with a pencil. And when you click on that, it will give you the ability to crop. So I'm clicking it, and then look on the right hand side, very top button says crop and rotate. So if it was off a little bit, and I'll show you how to do that, But first we're going to crop it. We grab the little dot in the lower right-hand corner,
Oh,
and it puts kind of like a box around the picture, and it
yes.
then magnifies it. I grab the dot in the upper left-hand corner and kind of make a frame. Doesn't have to be perfect, but just enough to get that white. But notice how the picture is a little bit leaning. If you look here, there's a little white space on the left and a little white space down here. This 0 over here, I can drag. See how it's moving the picture around?
Uh-huh.
You can then make it just perfect, just where you want it, to kind of just give it 1 degree. And then that way it's not, offset. Then when I'm done, I hit the done button. And over here is the filters.
Oh, wait, I'm sorry. I missed
No.
the done button.
I'm recording it,
Yeah.
so you'll find it.
I missed where it was.
Yeah, so if we go back, it was on the right-hand corner, right here down by the bottom.
Okay.
But I have it video recorded for you. But over here on the right-hand side, remember I was showing you the filters. You can click through different filters. I always hit the plus button down here to zoom in a little bit. You can make them very unique, almost like a colorized picture. And these are stock filters that you can create. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave it original and let you mess and have fun with that later. This is the original scan. And all I do is I hit save. And when I hit save, we're going to close the box out. So we hit the X. Look, we now look, and there is no big white space around it, and it looks like the other pictures because it's been cropped.
Oh, that's great.